You guys, lightboltjoe here. Today we're going to talk about Ready Player One, directed by the one and only Steven Spielberg. So this movie has had a lot of buzz. You know, it's based off of a best-selling book that I never read. I tend to do that. I tend to not read the books that movies are based off of, just because for fear of getting mad at one or the other. Spielberg has been interviewed many a times saying how he was very resistant about adding any nostalgia from any of his previous movies. So finally someone convinced him to throw Rexy in from Jurassic Park, and he's like, you know what, fine, we'll put Rexy in. So Rexy's in one of the racing scenes along with King Kong and various other things. Ready Player One was really cool because it was very immersive, and you connect with these characters who are escaping the disgusting reality that we all live in by putting the VR helmet on, goggles, the virtual reality helmet, goggles, the whole shebang, putting on gloves and suits and being transported into the Oasis, right? Everyone wishes to escape somewhere. Everyone wishes to be something that they're not. Everyone has hopes, everyone has dreams, everyone has plans. Life is fickle. You know, life smacks you across the face with a brick many times a day and says, no, this is not what you're allowed to do, because this is not what you're supposed to do. But then you're like, no, but this is what I want to do. And then people fight, and then people cry, and then people starve and suffer. But then sometimes there is that elation that you push through and you get where you need to be, and all that sappy mumbo jumbo. I could keep going on. The Oasis gives you that escape in this film. And this movie takes place in the future, primarily in Ohio, but the Oasis is a global forum. So everyone from around the world communicates and associates and interacts with everyone around the world. And I think that's pretty cool. It's a very inclusive aspect that this creator gave to the users, right? I'm still trying to remember everyone's names because, like, there's a lot of characters, and there's a lot of, like, funky names. Like, the main characters, like, Avatar is Parzival, right? Is that how you say it? I think that's how you say it. That's probably the only time I'm going to say it because I can't even pronounce it. The actors are great, right? The part where I died, literally #dead, was when they're doing flashbacks and they're seeing the creator, like, talk to his partner when they were creating the Oasis, and the guy was saying something like, oh, pedal to the metal, you know, if Bill and Ted can do it, then so can we. And I died because Bill and Ted are the greatest dynamic duo. Bill and Ted is what sparked so many films, like Dude, Where's My Car? That duo kind of a thing. Harold and Kumar, that duo. It's those buddy comedies pretty much stem from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. That's just how it is. So when Bill and Ted were referenced in this movie about nostalgia from the 80s and 90s, I almost peed my pants of laughter. And it wasn't even the funniest part of the movie, but to me that was the funniest part of the movie, that Bill and Ted reference. So stay excellent. It's great. The little issues I have with the film are some scenes weren't necessary. It did drag a lot. There was a lot of parts where it would go from VR world, Oasis world, so digital, straight to real world, and it was hard for your eyes to adjust really quick. Just little, I'm nitpicking here. I'm really nitpicking. Little cinematography nitpicking here. That's really it. The story was cohesive. It was fluid. It made sense. I didn't have questions on the story. What else? Let's see. I don't know, it's just all of these scenes are coming back to me. There's so many nostalgia things, you know. There's a Freddy Krueger moment, there's a Jason Voorhees moment, there's a Chucky moment. There's a whole scene depicted to The Shining, which was the funniest and most disturbing thing I've seen in any kind of spoof. You've seen so many spoofs of The Shining. You always see different, you know, memes of the two little girls at the end of the hallway with the red ball and the elevator full of blood. But watching it again, and in this video game setting with these monsters and creatures and zombies, and it made so much sense, and it was so cool. And I think that was the coolest part of the entire movie. Not the racing scenes, which were awesome, but that shining scene at the end, that in the middle, was really, really cool. I love the underlining message, though, of this film is that when tyranny looks you in the face, what do? Do you just lay down and submit, or do you stand up and fight? And that's what that main character, Parzival? Alright, I jinxed myself. I said I wouldn't say it, but I said it again. Even though I don't know how to pronounce it. But it was inspiring to see, you know, real world meet up with art. Art imitates life, right? That kind of thing. People are fed up with various tyrannical forces, and they are standing up, joining forces, and saying enough is enough, right? And it was cool seeing that in this film, seeing all these different characters, you know, from different video games all come together, different avatars from all around the world. Doesn't matter. It didn't matter who you were. It didn't matter your sex, age, gender, sexuality, political influence, likes, dislikes. It didn't matter. What mattered was going to this place to be who you wanted to be and associate with who you wanted to be with. And then fighting for your right to be who you want to be. And I thought that was really, really cool because of all of that. So, on my rating scale, I give Ready Player One a solid 9 out of 10 bolts. 9 out of 10. It's a very long movie. Like I said, certain scenes didn't really need to be in there, but it was good. It was really well done. So, thank you again, Mr. Spielberg, for another successful blockbuster hit. And to those of you who are wondering if you should watch it, yes, watch it. Specifically for nostalgia purposes. It's great, and you're going to have a good time. It's not boring at all, I promise. Mucho mahalo.